So today in the booth we got Mase Trigga with us, man. How you feeling?
What's Gucci? How you doing?
I appreciate you for coming through, my boy.
Thank you for having me.
Man, regular activities and festivities, man. You go crazy with that camera, bro.
Man, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you highly. Thank you. Thank you.
As fuck, bro. As soon as I got them pictures back, I'm like, oh yeah, those go on the website. Sure.
Y'all throw them up hella fast too. That's so much love. That makes me feel good when people be fucking with my shit like immediately. It's like, oh, I gotta post this. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro. I've been trying not to post them all at once. Like, I'm really just about to try to sit on them for a little bit till I get another little photo shoot. You feel me?
Hey, I feel that, bro.
I'm go real crazy, bro. How long you been doing photography for?
Okay, so I've been doing photography for about a year now, a year and a month. I started in late August. You feel me? And originally I started off doing photography on my iPhone for the first 3 to 4 months. And then it kind of just seamlessly kind of fell into me really loving taking pictures of people and just of like random things, whether it be of like objects to landscape to architecture. Like it all just, it just felt like candy and it felt very addictive to me. You know what I'm saying? And it only started simply because I got hired to shoot a music video. I filmed it, and then dude at the end was like, "Hey yo, do you have any photos you could take of me, or is there anything else that you could do aside from the video stuff?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I can get some photos of you, no problem." I ain't know no editing skills or nothing like that. I'm not trained as a photographer technically by the book.
Right.
So I just did my own little couple things I knew was just making a picture look fly or like putting the extra double exposure shit on it from just my film homies and things I knew from the outer. And then I sent those photos to him and dude was really fucking with him. And he was just like, "Dude, do you do this professionally or like, you know, a job type of shit?" And I was like, "Nah, nigga, I'd never take no photos of nobody in my life. I got a phone. I got a phone, dog.
Yeah.
I'll take a selfie of you, feel me?
That's it, bro.
No, for real." And then he was just like, "Nah, dude, if you're really serious, I would like to consider like really booking you as a photographer." And then I think like a week went by, and I sat on it, and I finally got back to dude, and then I was just like, "Yo, yeah, let's do it." And then I shot him. I think it was like a little 30-minute, 1-hour thingy. Location was really nice. And yeah, I took all these photos of him. I edited the fuck out of all these shits, literally.
Really going to work.
Like, yeah, man, it was too much for what I do now. But it was like I literally gave it my all, and then bro really fucked with it. He like took it all in, and like he was really satisfied with it. Then from there, it was just like a snap where it was just like, okay, I'm a photographer. Fuck that. I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna make this shit real. I just made it real, and I wasn't even sure about it my own self before I even did it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even cocky going, so I was just trying to do it right, and dude still fucked with me. So, okay, this must be a calling to something or whatever. And then, yeah, year and a month later, here we is. You feel me?
Locked in.
Locked the fuck in. I'm very...
So what was you doing before the photography shit?
Oh, man. I was still doing professional dancing, modeling. Video was my recent find before photo. So I would say that was the newest thing I was on going into photo. But I was really big on making documentaries, day in the lives.
Right.
Kind of what we're doing right now, honestly. Like I like telling a story. You know, being a real storyteller. Like we're the historians, the type of people who like to capture more than just the visual of so-and-so's rap career of that one song. Like, nah, like I want to know the process behind that song.
What you got going on.
Yeah,
for real.
or even just like a person who just has that one special, like, I don't know, niche about them that makes them very unique and authentic. I would like to capture that in some like male, woman, child, group, animal, you name it, like that. That type of shit was really satisfying for me to capture and watch and see it, you know, play out. So in that video process, that's where I was really at. And then, like I said, I got booked for a music video. I hadn't done too many music videos. I wouldn't say it's even my forte. Again, unless it's like a story, I'm not one to just do it in my style. So in doing that for him, it was like my one of maybe 3 people, and then he was one of the first people to really ask me for photos. So it was just like, all right, I hear you. Let's see where this goes. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, from that, it was just like, you know, the ball was rolling. But 3 to 4 months, I literally just kept it strictly on my phone, and I just saved up my money to get a camera, you know. And this is my first digital camera. Like, I've never had any other camera aside from this one. I mean, film-wise, I have a C3 Argus, but even then, that's like technically not a film camera because I rebuilt it with my boy Drew. Shouts out to C3 Drew from LA, you feel me? while I was staying out there, he helped me put it back together and really get it working. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that thing didn't have no ISO, no aperture, no nothing. So it's a blind shot film camera. So you shoot it, you don't know what you gonna get.
Shit.
Boy, for that to be my first film camera, it was like
Real test.
and real like a patience game. You know what I'm saying? To use to have a phone, a broken film camera, and that just being it. And then
Yeah.
finally saving up to getting this,
The
where it's
one.
like I feel like I'm cheating with this shit. You know, I'm dead ass. I feel like I'm really cheating because it's like the shit that I had to really work for in editing or angle wise, like it makes up for that and then some, to where it's like, okay, now I have actual free time to really shoot how I want to without worrying about my memory card, the grain, or shooting at night. That was one of my biggest fears shooting on my phone, was shooting at night, because I knew if I didn't have the right natural lighting or light setups, that shit look grainy than a motherfucker. Like, and it's just like, nah. So it's just humbling to, after all that time, in the 3 to 4 months, to get to this position. So in photo in particular, I know I rambled, but it's just like wow. Honestly.
Yo, bro, that's real, like a blessing for real.
Man.
And I think like pictures definitely tell like 1,000 words, G. So like how you saying you want to capture moments and stories of people and shit, like that pictures really do that. That's tight, bro. So
Thank
where you
you.
from, for the people who don't know?
I'm originally born in Sacramento, California. I'm from out here, but my family is not from out here. So I would say I was raised with a southern upbringing on top of like a middle state mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Where your folks from?
My folks are from they're from all over, really, but mostly they're from Texas, mainly from New Orleans on my daddy's side. And then my mom's side, it straight into my grandmother, goes back into Texas and then into Mexico, from what I know, and then Oklahoma.
Okay.
So it's like, it's a little bit all down in a certain area, you feel what I'm saying? Minorities.
Tight.
You dig? For lack of a better word for the people listening at home.
Facts,
You
bro.
feel me?
That's tight. That's how you know you really, you feel me, mixed though.
Yeah.
You really locked in.
Yeah, like I grew up out here, but I never felt like I was from out here. Respectfully, Sacramento is home. This is home base, but like I knew where my heart and or where my intellect was coming from, and it was southern. It was very just over there with my cousins and them, and just really getting a different understanding of myself, even through the other side of myself being my dad's, knowing my mom is not from that side. You feel me? But it was just like, okay, this makes sense. I get it.
You
know.
moving around a lot as a kid?
Not so much. My parents had me in and out the Bay Area a lot. I would say once I got into my teenage years and in college, that's when I got to make the choices for myself to travel and go see my family that I wanted to see, or going to do what I wanted to do, you know?
So how was life growing up as a kid?
Life growing up as a kid was actually pretty cool. I would say my mom never gave me no silver spoon or anything, but she for sure made that motherfucker like bronze and made that shit nice as fuck for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she made rough situations look pretty damn good. You know, even though, like, you know what I'm saying, niggas wasn't in the streets with it too much, but it was just like moms held it down, and it was more of a one single mother household. I wasn't raised with my siblings. I'm the oldest of my half siblings, but I was raised by myself, so I didn't know about them till later. So it just being me and mom, she really did the fucking shit. She really did the shit, you know. And then once I got into high school and college, when I got to experience shit for myself, and then my partners from the streets I was around, it was just like, you know, the good kid mad city mentality for a minute until the world finally swallows you up and you get to learn what it really is. You feel me?
Factuals.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Shout out to OG though, for real.
For real. And you know what? Shout out to my step pops too, Michael Benjamin, because that nigga kept me off the streets as well. As much as the streets was, I can't even say calling my name. This the type of influences that I had around me. I know I would be in a different place if it wasn't for that nigga as well. So shout out to Michael.
For real. Them streets, it don't even be that they be calling niggas' name. They just be there.
No, they just be there. Niggas don't even know that they're in the middle of a fucking Uwap Wally situation, or niggas be in the middle of a drive-by situation where it's like, nah, I thought we was going to the store with the big homies.
Come on, bro.
Nah, now we unloading on niggas. Like, no, bro, like. It was a lot of situations where it's like niggas just got to see shit. Not even like, I'm not the nigga to say I was always a nigga kicking down doors or throwing niggas' hands. Like, nah, a lot of times it was just me just seeing something where it was just like, yo, wow.
Being around that shit.
Wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then eventually it playing into my blueprint as an older person. Like, okay, now I know what this shit is, or like, yo, because I know what Pookie and them was doing back then with such and such, I know you're not about to play me like this,
right?
Or I'm gonna get it this way, or I can get it another way. Just having that duality where it's like I know, but still it's like I know, or I'm knowing of to be okay of. Does that make sense?
Yeah, book smart and street smart.
Yes, sir. And just and trying to maximize on the balance of both because I feel like it's very important to have
definitely
both.
Need both, bro. Because no matter how many books you read, bro, you definitely need to learn the ways of the streets, my G.
Because that shit is experience. That's like a nigga who never been punched in the face.
Bruh.
Like shout out to people who ain't ever gone to a fight, but if you don't know what that feeling is, it is eye-opening. Or just throwing it to somebody else or literally pushing yourself past that limit of fear, pain, or anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't...
being in the fight, period.
Man, you don't know what that shit is until you're experiencing it. So it's like, to have both sides of that, I feel like it really is important for a person that allows them to really walk a vivid path. Because it's like, okay, now I know what evil really could get like. It's not just a glorified trend. It's like, nah, niggas know what it do. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a fashion statement I could take off at the end of the day. You know, like.
So what got you into like taking? What got you into photography and stuff?
Really, what got me into photography? I've always been obsessed with like good-looking photos and good-looking people naturally, male, female, women, child, group. Like I love good-looking photos, like campaign photos for like maybe Nike. Or like fashion ads for like even True Religion,
real commercials,
like real commercial magazine stuff. Even as a kid, like my mom would have these pop culture magazines. I would always find myself looking at them just at how good the pictures look, the quality, the angles, to even like how you could bring out different emotions in people's faces, knowing they're not that type. Acting really.
Yep.
You know, and then once I got into becoming a dancer, was my first artistic facet. From there, like. Being around a lot of visual arts and a lot of just photography and video in general was just like, whoa, like there was so much more than just me being the dancer and stuff like that. It got me hip to knowing what I look like on camera, what I look like behind the camera, how to do somebody else behind the camera, in general, what to make a project look like, or just how to put more things into it than just being the dancer dancing. You feel me? Like being the director, being the creative, the sound guy.
The whole get
the nigga who holds the mirror and reflects the heat onto you, it makes you look shiny. You feel me? Like there's always someone for a job. So I got to learn about those things while just being the dancer and the main star, and then eventually I learned to become less than a star and become more of the galaxy. You feel what I'm saying? That's the bigger part of making the stars. You dig? So from saying all that, like photo, I guess from the sense is just been around from the jump since I was a kid. Since I discovered music and art, it's always been around. But as I got older, I started to learn about different techniques of photo and where and what it did. You know what I'm saying? And even now, I'm still learning about shits to where it's like, oh, that's a wide shot? I thought that looked like a fish angle lens. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas used to skateboard, so I'll correlate that to that. Like, oh, is that a skateboard angle, nigga? Nigga look at me hella crazy. Like, nah, that's a wide angle 2.59.
Yeah, all the extra shit. Like, damn, bro.
All right, bro, you just took a cool shot.
Yeah, it looks dope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a constant learning thing, but in general, a good-looking photo always have my attention, especially black and white photos.
Facts. Bro, if you can make a black and white photo look good, then anything look good.
Dude, and it's just like, you would assume like black and white tell it easy because they're taking all the color out, but it's like, nah, like that allows you to see so much more than just what you are normalized to seeing with your eyes. Like, nah, there's the grains in the face, there's the grooves of the forehead, the cheekbones, the structure, you feel me?
Distracting sometimes. It
is. In a lot of ways, it is. So it's like being able to take a good black and white photo or even recognize a good one, it's like, damn, that's your eye carrying to detail. It's not just about what looks, it just pops in.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah, man. And that's another thing I would like to say, too. Like, I am honored that my eyes have fixated to more things that are subliminal, where it's like how this light is hitting this couch, you feel what I'm saying, that tone of it. I find that shit super dope and really intriguing to compare to where it would just be a couch, you know what I'm saying? Or it could be how the little things of like the glistening things of this microphone makes this shit look more magical than what it really is, where it's just a mic, nigga. But you know what I'm saying? Like little things like that, I'm blessed that my eyes look forward to and wanting to explore more, and it's always been like that. And I can't even tell you where that's come from. It's just, aside from me liking good photos, it's just like I've always liked the little extra cinematic shit that makes like the whole piece of the pie bigger, more than just, okay, That's a bad bitch. That's a handsome nigga. They're making love. That shit. Like, nah, the car's on fire. They're smoking the air. Like, you can see the details that make the scene dope. Like, I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I look forward to it.
Fact.
You know?
Was your OG and shit like, or your moms or your dads or anybody into like camera work or anything like that?
You know, not my initial parents, but my other grandmother. Her name is Mary Gross. My Nana Mary. She was actually a shooter. From when I just realized this too, because she gave me like a lot of old photo gear. For like 10 years or some shit like that. She was like a film. She was an actual film shooter, and she just did it just on her trips and travels. Not like pro or anything, but excuse me, like that was her shit. So I can see where I got that from. But on my daddy's side, actually, there's nothing but dancers and singers. So I would say, and even on my mom's side too, communication, understanding of music was big on her side too as well. So I feel like art in itself was already around and prevalent in my family, but me being the dancer and or the photographer, I definitely feel like it like mutated with me, and I got to be the omni one of the group that really showed like, oh, that's where all our love and talent went to, I guess you could say, because it's always just been in me where it's like I've wanted to do something artistic. It was never sports, it was never education, it was never curriculum too much to say, like it was always creating and making and serving, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's tight, bro. That's dope. Your family really like gave you some good shit. A lot of people don't get that chance and opportunity for their family to be like locked in a certain way to where they can actually to where it trickles down onto what they doing.
No, real shit. And I would say it's like a constant convincing, not a constant convincing game. It's like it's become an inevitable convincing game for them to see what I'm doing, because it's like, or maybe I'm not using the correct words, but it's like over time they've come to believe it more and more and see like, oh shit, like wow, this is spread to him. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like I come from a family where it's like we don't really talk too in depth about our own problems or our own shit after a certain point. So once I was in high school, I just had my own life.
Facts.
Niggas left the house and niggas didn't know what I was doing for hours out the day. I come back, they wonder what I'm doing, bills ain't paid or some shit like that. And then eventually, I think, let's just fast forward to like college years, they go on my Instagram and see what I'm doing. And it's like, whoa, this is what you're doing, Mason. Like, yo, what are you on right now? Like, this is amazing, you know? So I would say it's, over time, it's been to becoming more of a resource with my family backing me up, supporting me, or even realizing what's been coming around, you feel me?
Facts. That's love, bro. How you feel like your vision for your future has changed over the years?
I feel like it's changed definitely a lot because of me becoming a young father at the time, and then in taking on different facets. Because originally, for my kids, before anything, I was just set on becoming a pro skateboarder. Didn't know about dancing. Like, I was just cool about getting sponsored by a local shop and calling it. Then once I discovered dancing, then it was like, okay, wow, there's this art, there's this thing called dance. I want to be a backup dancer. I want to tour the world. I want to be Drake's backup dancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of those artists where it's like, I will learn shit being around you, or we're going to see hella shit. Tyga, Chris Brown, you name it. Tory Lanez, the niggas who really travel. I would like to be one of their dancers. Even Erykah Badu, you feel what I'm saying? Something where it's like a very vivid artist. But then after the dance thingy, the niggas learn about the modeling. I want to be the runway artist on the cover, and then so on and so forth. The video, what would you want to do for a video? Make a big movie, become the Spielberg, become a director, photographer, get on the cover of a magazine, do the New York Fashion Week or some type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like as much as my facets have expanded, the dream has expanded along with them.
Right.
Whereas me just being a young father, my only goal with that is just to take care of my kids. Take care of my kids, be present, and just try to instill in them that it's alright to follow their dreams, and in hopes that they could be doing the shit that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's however that plays into. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that would be the sole thingy. But other than that, with all my facets around me and this just being a dad, it's just like, honestly, in thinking about how they've changed, it's just whatever the fuck will work to take care of my kids. Honestly, because it was, before my kids, it was just about taking care of my family and figuring out a way to get them taken care of and get them right. Became a dad, how to get them taken care of. And it's like, I have these talents, okay, how can I keep jumbling until one of them hits? You dig what I'm saying? You know, and then once it finally hits, cool. It could be modeling, photo. Nigga, I can write a book. At this point, it's like whatever will hit where I can serve good people, perform with good people, create for good people, and then take care of mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know what I'm saying?
That's tight, bro. You ever thought about getting into music?
Hell no. And a lot of people be asking me that, or like I'll be out. When I had my dreadlocks, especially, I had blue locks, probably the same length as yours, but it's bright blue.
Oh yeah, they thought you was a rapper.
Bruh, everyone named Mama thought I was a rapper or some type of shit, and it was like, you know, I love music, I love poetry, but for me, it's never been in me. I've never been the type to put up a track or anything. Respectfully, I know I'm not that good at it. And it's just like, unless niggas wanna, this is just for me. I'm gonna say this real quick too, because I know niggas gonna see this. Me personally, if I put out an album or an EP, I might be doing bad. You know what I'm saying? I might just be doing bad. You feel me?
Photos ain't coming in.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm looking at niggas looking to get features and shit like that. Like, nah, it's just not me. It's not my forte. That's like a nigga saying, that's like a nigga who's hella good at rapping, will never consider dancing. He's like, and then all of a sudden this nigga's a dancer now. Yeah. This nigga's just dancing. It's like, bruh, what are you doing?
Yeah, music wasn't
you feel what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, maybe if I got the right coach or someone could tell me I can rap, sure, I'll consider it. But me personally, it's not in the cards for me. I'm cool with just talking my shit maybe on the track, or just, you know what I'm saying, filming the track, or even just processing the track, but being in it really.
I'm all good.
Respectfully, nah. Respectfully, nah. But playing an instrument, I would love to learn that one. I've learned how to play the piano, and I want to learn how to do the violin, and I got a little bit of guitar training. So if anything, being featured on a track that way, I think that would be really cool. To be honest with you, like you know when niggas get older, it's like, you know, let's try this shit out. Yeah. Niggas join a band, blood. Like, I'll be that nigga in the bass guitar, shirt off, nigga, 40 years old, just
going crazy.
I do it. Now that I can for sure agree to, but rapping and shit and singing, I'll leave it to my other creative niggas. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I feel it, bro. Can you play any other live instruments besides guitar and shit?
Like I said, I got a couple notes on the piano. I really, really want to learn the violin. Like, that's like a huge goal of mine in general. I've played the sax like twice. But that doesn't count as skill. That don't count as no skill. Niggas are just spitting in a fucking wind-wooded instrument, nigga. you know niggas sound when they don't know how to hit the keys. Niggas are just spitting on the fucking instrument.
That shit's a blast though, bro. That shit, I feel like live instruments is better than like beats and all that.
I agree. That's what creates the beats. That's where we initially have gotten the ideas to even think like, oh, let's make an alien sound.
Right.
There was an instrument played at some point in time that it made a nigga think, that's what aliens sound like.
Nigga high as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, right, in the concert, it could be a white dude, a little Indian cat, but they was up in there and they were just like, aliens?
Yeah.
Wow.
Them motherfuckers in there.
You know what I'm saying? Like it takes instruments to create movie scores. Like, that's how movies are actually made, where it's like to make the click clack of the feet, or the motherfucking old Disney movies where someone's running and the violins are do 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 to really emphasize something's in a rush, or they're trying to make it. Like, niggas didn't have that back then, where we got producing studios and shit like that. Like, niggas was really in a booth with the instruments and headphones on, screaming at each other, trying to get the right note.
Talk about it.
Like, really, it's off tone. Yeah, niggas off tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I definitely agree with you. I'd say instruments definitely are not more important, but definitely make a big ass impression more than just instrumentals. It takes it to make the instrumentals. And then once I feel like if a nigga's mastered enough, then it's like, okay, bet, you could leave that. And then get hella extra, you know? Right. Mix and fuse the sounds together. Dubstep, you feel what I'm saying? For a lack of better words, you know?
Alien shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what's next for Mase Trigga?
A lot of traveling. A lot more directing, most definitely. A lot more photo campaigns. Okay. I intend to work with a lot of big companies, and I will supersede in achieving that goal. I don't know who, but I will do it.
Somebody.
Yes, and making my work more intentional than it already is. Like, at first I thought I was really aiming for greatness, but I realized I've only been on decent. And there's more than just decent, so I would like to go further than that.
Facts.
So, in all, going further with all my facets, hand in hand.
Fire, bro. I'm excited to see what you got planned for real, bro. Cause that camera, that camera work you do is crazy.
That camera is deadly, and I'm already thinking more than just that camera. Like getting another new camera, another new digital thing, or a new film body to just further. You know what I'm saying? Go past the fifth wall.
If you could shoot like any big artist, who would you choose?
Any?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. Lenny Kravitz.
Okay.
Lenny Kravitz or Erykah Badu?
Fire.
To be honest with you, I feel like I would body them. Body them. And it's like, I'm not even capping, bro. Like, the ideas I feel like I would shoot with them, or even Steve Lacy. From, who used to be in Odd Future, who's in part of the band Internet. I feel like their styles are so unique to a certain standpoint. There's other people I can't think of, but I feel like their styles are so unique that with the concepts I have in mind, I would body them. Fire. No hesitation. And they would love it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so confident that I would give them niggas something. Out of 50 photos, you gonna like 2 of them hoes.
Yeah,
you gonna post them shits. They gonna be on the cover of a magazine. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yes, I just know I would love to shoot them and create fucking fire-ass not free work, but just free feeling work where it's like, that's them. That's their character in a shoot, not just Erykah Badu butt-ass naked with her ass out and some gold chains on. Like, okay, cool. Nah, like something totally different. Same with Lenny, same with Stevie. There's something really real.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Heavy, bro. I appreciate you for coming through, my boy.
It's all love, bro. Definitely thank you for having me. Sounds out the whole family, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Shit was great. Alright, let me get one of you guys to come in here and save this shit before I fuck it up or something.